Yo, what's going on, kings and queens? Your boy Byron, CEO of Selfrise.ent, and today we are back with another video. Today is a little bit different, man. I want to speak on just the power of farmland, and I want to talk about how a wolf in the game has been able to come in and pretty much buy up all of America. And even though the concept in the news happened a few months ago, I do believe that it's very much relevant to speak on today to, one, bring light to those who don't know, and two, to give inspiration to keep going for those who do know, and get the concept of why land is so important. And again, I'm no expert when it comes down to land, but I get it, when it comes down to owning it, passing it down, and I want to talk about how Bill Gates was able to take his wealth and stick it into over 270,000 acres in the confines of North America, right? So without further ado, let's not waste no more time. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and let's get it. Bill Gates owns between 240 and 270,000 acres of land in 18 states, right? Based off what I looked up, he owns 16,000 in Washington. He owns 4,000 in California, 9,000 in Idaho, 900 in Wyoming, 2,000 in Colorado, Arizona 25,000, Florida 14,000, North Carolina 800, Indiana 9,000, Ohio 8,000, Illinois 17,000, Michigan 2,000, in Wisconsin he owns 1,100. I see more so the Midwest he owns more because that's where it's more fertile. You know what I'm saying, when it comes to farming, and I guess he gets that. One thing that I took from the move that he made was that when it comes to real estate and it comes to land, you have to outbid other people. And so this man was coming in buying up everything. He was just coming in, and that's why I say we have to study the wolf. And Bill Gates looks like a docile little man that has no type of physical strength, but he has more power than we'll ever know because of the capital that he's been able to accumulate through the years of him building his company, which we all use. I'm using it right now, and the way that he set up his business was almost like a monopoly. So it's not surprising to me that he's been able to take his money and go off and tap into the food industry, right? I believe that Bill Gates understands the power of land. Being in agriculture is another term for just feeding people. You know what I'm saying? Having the love to feed people, right? So if you feed people, you're really tapping into an everyday necessity. So for instance, Bill Gates is growing carrots, he's growing soybeans, cotton, rice, onions, potatoes. And the potatoes that he grows, he has an account with McDonald's, where a lot of the potatoes that me and you eat, they're grown on Bill Gates's farm, right? And we wouldn't even know that, right? But even though Bill Gates is the largest farm owner in America, he doesn't have the most land. The man who has the most land his name is John Malone. He owns 2.2 million acres of forests and ranches throughout the United States. And speaking of someone who is able to dominate on a high level, this man damn near owns America, in other words, right? And there was this one quote I read that I had put in my book that I have coming out. I'm not going to speak too much on it, but I speak on this topic in my book. And it talks about how if you own the land, right, you own the dirt and you own the sky above it, right? So the man who owns land owns the dirt in the sky. You feel me? So being able to understand the power of land. Genghis Khan at one point was obsessed with the owning the planet. You know what I'm saying? And he did that. He owned the shit, all of the known world. He did that. You know what I'm saying? And he was able to gain immortality through that by him knowing that. You feel me? You know, I always speak on how Walt Disney knew the concept of imagination by buying land, right? Because if he knew that he could build whatever he wanted, anything that was in darkness, he was able to manifest that into the physical by him owning some land in Orlando, Florida. And now look, the man been dead for I don't know how long, but his idea still stands on Earth. You feel me? We use it every single day, whether it's the cartoons on the app, the Disney app, you know, going to the amusement park, or we even don't even realize it when we're buying the theme material for our children's party, generation after generation after generation after generation, from something that one man started, utilizing it by buying land, being able to understand that once he bought the land, he was able to create the idea from scratch onto the raw land, and he immortalized himself by doing that. So Bill Gates is no different. He's tapping into the food industry. He understands that God only made so much, and he wants to have an impact on the food. You know, he wants to have an impact on the food and on global warming, because he believes that the meat industry is the reason why there's global warming. And yeah, man, I just wanted to speak on that because I feel like there's not enough people looking into farmland. There's not enough people wanting to own land. And this is something that I always been interested in, and I thought that I would bring that to my podcast to speak on, you know what I'm saying? So that way people will understand that if you have an idea, if you want to build anything, why go to the bank and buy a home? And even when you own the home, you technically don't own it, because as soon as you miss a few payments, they finna come get that shit. You know what I'm saying? But if you own raw land, yeah, you still had to pay your taxes, but it's to a degree where it's a lot cheaper. It's only a few $100s a year. You know what I'm saying? And you're able to do what it is you want to do on your property, if it's the right area, if it's the right, you know what I'm saying, type of land to build on. You can really change your family on a few acres. You know what I'm saying? You can really change your family's life on a few acres. And so I always believe about expanding, just starting where you are. I just talked to my homeboy on the phone, and I was like, man, in order for us to move a mountain, we have to start with the little rocks around the mountain. And then after the little rocks, we have to get the boulders. And after the boulders, then we can come in and, you feel me, put the tractors in the right place. That way, faith really does move mountains. But we're not just finna go off, you know what I'm saying, no actions behind it. You know what I'm saying? We finna go ahead and be realistic about it. We're not gonna move no mountain with our bare hands. We're gonna have to come in and strategically plan it out. That way we can portion this shit down. You know what I'm saying? Bit by bit, piece by piece. You feel me? And so that's what I mean in life. Like, I'm only 27 years old, but my goal is to be like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not, you know, maybe one day I can own as much as Bill Gates with acres in over 18 states. You know what I'm saying? But I'll be blessed to just expand where I am right now and just see where life takes me with my drive and ambitions. Because, you know, we ain't got Bill Gates money, you know what I'm saying? But being able to have the drive and being able to have the want and the desire, I think the attraction is going to come our way with action and perseverance. You feel me? And for anybody else that's watching this, that wants land and that gets the concept, you, man, take your money and flip it, man. Take your money and flip it into raw land and get you a few accounts with a few farmer markets, and, you know, turn that into something that is not just a side hustle, but it's something that you can establish within your family, and y'all can really start moving some, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, like really moving some meters around, you feel me, in your community. And when I mean meters, I'm just saying like being able to poke some eye, being able to get people to listen to what you got to say, because money is power. Knowledge is not applied knowledge is power too as well. You know what I'm saying? So we got to be able to understand, you know what I'm saying, our money can be used in better ways. Our money can be used to buy up some land. You feel me? Because God only made so much. We got to get ours. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's a quarter acre, even if it's a half an acre, I think owning some land and being able to produce some type of vegetable, some type of fruit, some type of tree that produces is absolutely a necessity. And you're not gonna hear about that shit nowhere but Selfrise Enterprise. You know what I'm saying? Or you go study the Nation of Islam. You feel me? Because they've been talking about that for years. Just the black man being able to do for self and turning that want to work for the white man into a service or a product, and put that same drive that we will put into selling dope, selling crack. The same drive we wake up 3-4 in the morning to serve some weed or serve some crack, serve some cocaine, but let's wake up with that same drive to push a product or service that doesn't involve us risking our freedom. You feel me? So let's sell merch. You feel me? Let's buy some land. If we got to go work for the white man, let's at least work for the white man to learn the skill set. Take the skill set like I did with detailing and stick that into my own service. You know what I'm saying? Now the knowledge that I have, I'm able to go off and do the things that I want. I've purchased land in the past, but bad investments from lack of knowledge. Ignorant is bliss. What you don't know will hurt you. Ignorant is bliss. What you don't know will hurt you. It's about preventative maintenance. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know that potato chips will hurt you in 5 years and you eat them every day, it's going to hurt you. That lack of knowledge did hurt you. You know what I'm saying? You not working out in your 20s, and you know what I'm saying? You not having the real knowledge of the consequences that come without working out is going to hurt you. So again, what you don't know will hurt you. And I say that people need to stop looking at just the housing industry and start looking at raw land, because we got to think about it. The farmers, man, I'm about to get a game away. The farmers rent their land to farmers, and they get an annual income, plus the land increases in equity, right? So now they're getting the annual rent for their land that sits there, right, for renting it out to other farmers to grow certain crops, right? On top of that, the land itself rises in equity. So it was worth, in 2020, it was worth $1 million. In 2022, you know what I'm saying, it's worth 2.2 million from it just sitting there, because land doesn't depreciate. It only increases in value. You feel me? So man, listen, that's my goal. That's what I like to talk about. That's what I like to get into. Hopefully that was valuable. Hopefully that was something that we can, you know what I'm saying, something we could take and utilize. That way we're not just consumers, but we can become producers, right? Once we get the farmland, then we get into the trucking. Once we get into the trucking, we get into the real estate. Once we get into the real estate, we can talk about schools, right? And then when we talk about the schools, we can really bring in true concepts that allow our kids to get right into the world right after high school, not after college. You feel me? Like, I'm talking about right after high school, you know what I'm saying, with real life skill sets that's gonna get real money, not no play money, you know what I'm saying? And my goal with the mobile detailing is to help young hustlers that don't have no skill set, and being able to take that skill set and flip it into something passionate. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, man, I don't want to waste no more time. That's what I got. If you like this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate everybody tapping in. Go check out my Selfrise Enterprise Instagram at Selfrise.ent. Go check out the mobile detailing blueprint down below. Just go check out the website, man, and just look through it. Look at the benefits. You scroll down. Let me know what you guys think. Comment down below. And I appreciate you guys again. One love.